Alright, so Cheese Rudiments for snare drum. As Google best describes it, it's a flam with a double stroke, so a diddle on the accented note. They're usually played in the form of flam accents, diddles, flams, on the same partial. So, if you're going to play like an exercise that has cheeses in it, usually it's played in a triplet form, although you could play them in any other form too. I found that it's easier to play them in triplets, so if you're doing like a triplet exercise, like those are flam accents, so you're just going to cheese the accents. So instead of just doing a tap for an accent, it's going to be a diddle. So, and that's a cheese. So simple as that. So a cheese, so you're gonna flam. Make sure you're playing your flams. You're just dropping the note. I even have a tendency to go too high, but you want your primary note, like, so you want to just drop the flam. So when you're playing cheeses, there's an exercise that I use. It has it's a triplet exercise. It has one bar of check, so you're playing flam, 4 beats flam accents. Then you're gonna go to drags. So a drag is it's a flam and then a diddle after on the other partial. Those are drags. That's the first part of it. So I'm gonna play the first part. That's the first part, and then play another bar of check. Then we're gonna play the cheeses, just the regular cheeses. Alright, and then the last partial is flammed fives. Flammed fives are cheeses, but you roll, you kind of roll, you do like a 5-stroke roll after the cheese, so. So instead of playing just, you're gonna 5-stroke roll, but you're just gonna do a flam. So the whole exercise sounds like this. Alright, simple enough. So that's an exercise I usually use when playing cheese rudiments. I mean, it's pretty simple. So, like, in order to achieve a cheese, you have to have enough force when you're playing that accent to play a diddle too, because that's also going to be a diddle when you're playing a cheese. So, remember, just drop, when you're playing a cheese, think of just dropping the flam. Again, do the exercise, because then you can play regular flam accents, and then that sets you up for the cheese. Cheese. So you have to have enough force when you're playing the flams in order to get a diddle in there too. And you also want to make sure that you loosen up your fingers, because when you play diddles, you loosen your fingers. If you're just playing like obviously, like doing this, my fingers aren't as loose. But if I do like a roll, like I loosen my fingers for, and you do the same thing when you're playing a cheese. So, and I would play them around. If you're still learning cheeses, I would say 130 or 140, because it's hard to play it. I mean, obviously you want to learn to play everything slow, but if you are doing a cheese it's hard to control. You need to learn to control it first. So if you set it to like 80, maybe just do like, you could play that too. But I usually play them around 140. So I'll play that exercise one more time. That's pretty much all there is to it.